to worry about your next life, well, then you leave that up to the laws of material nature, and you could be cast into any of 8,400,000 species of life. Luckily, 400,000 species of life are understood as human forms. So in Bhagavad Gita, text 4, chapter 2, contents of the Gita summarized. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Of course, you have to acknowledge and trust in reincarnation and transmigration. If you're some fool who doesn't believe there is anything after this material life, then we can't help you. Recently in the New York Times, there was an article about the work of Ian Stevenson, who did a lot of reincarnation research. He has like a little department in the University of Virginia, I believe. And the comments were a surprise to me. There were individuals who thought it was a waste of government money, individuals who flat out denied the existence of reincarnation, who were just completely opposed to even the discussion of reincarnation. They were just adamant. It wasn't so much like, it wasn't neutral. Some of these comments were basically upset and a little hysterical about even the discussion of reincarnation. But for those who agree with reincarnation, then the next question is, how do you prepare for your next life in a good way? It's true, we carry various impressions through our life, from one life to the next. And that explains prodigies, piano prodigies, violin prodigies, artists, creators, creative types that they may be picking up from a previous life. Luckily, the violin hasn't changed for 300 or 400 years, and the piano hasn't changed for wrong number?
No, 400. 400 years.
The age of the piano. So the piano hasn't changed for a couple of 100 years, perhaps, which means that if you are coming back and you want to be a pianist, there's an excellent chance you can pick up where you left off. The scale hasn't changed that much. There have been variations in scale. Same with violins, same with a lot of these musical instruments. You can, with the sitar, you can pick up where you left off in your advancement in sitar if you take another human birth. But there are some trades and professions where things are changing too much. And if you take birth again in pursuit of making log cabins or mud and grass housing or roofing, thatched roofs, you're not going to meet with a large fraternity interested in what you're doing. You can find, small groups nowadays in the internet. You could research it, maybe at the library, to find some association indicated, who still makes lead plumbing pipes, if you were a lead plumbing pipe sort of plumber. But devotional service has not changed in the intervening millennia. You will come back, and if you are reminded, or you are drawn toward, automatically attracted to these yogic principles, you will be able to pick up where you left off. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, which I think I just read, in this no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect you from the most dangerous type of fear. And so Prabhupada's purport says, Activity in Krishna consciousness, or acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification, is the highest transcendental quality of work. Even a small beginning of such activity finds no impediment, nor can that small advancement be lost at any point. Any work began on the material plane has to be completed, otherwise the whole attempt becomes a failure. But any work began in Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect, even though not finished. The performer of such work is therefore not at a loss, even if his work in Krishna consciousness is incomplete. And Prabhupada goes on. And then Arjuna, who didn't have access to Prabhupada's purports, in chapter 6, is asking some questions. Because Arjuna, Krishna has just explained yogic processes to him, such as sitting alone in a sacred place. I've heard in the United States now, you are almost always 20 miles within another human being. Probably closer to a highway. So it's a little hard to find a sacred space nowadays. And those who may have some romantic ideas of sitting alone in a sacred area and just sitting still with your eyes half closed, in many parts of the world, there are snakes. And snakes are